Yo, welcome back, everybody. This is week 8, the week 8 DMR podcast preview show. And as always, I'm joined with the two boys, Richie and Del.
How are you now?
What's the crack? I just want to make a point that I'm not here just because I'm winning again. That was a coincidence that I wasn't here the weeks that I lost. That was a coincidence. But yeah, I'm here again, so.
One hell of a coincidence.
Yeah. So obviously the usual crack is the quick. Well, there wasn't much waivers this week, so we'll have a quick look at it, and we'll just give our general overview of the previous week, and then we're gonna start maybe a new little segment here. We're just gonna be nice and easy this week. We're just gonna start looking at the crunching the numbers for the playoffs now, seeing as it's coming to the tail end of the season, and then obviously the quick little preview, week 8 preview. So that's pretty much the layout for the show this week. And sure, I guess we'll jump straight into it. Sure, that you two boys have your quick toss in the previous week, seeing as both with the win.
I'll let you work with Richie.
I beat Hannah like she owed me money, and I'm pretty happy about it. I was completely convinced I was going to lose, and then like it got really, really close in the middle, and then the second half of the games, it was just like, yeah, I got this. I didn't want to say anything till after the Tuesday, if there was some sort of massive stat correction, but it's all good.
Yeah,
That's probably the worst Hannah's teams. Is that
must be like the worst. 90, not even cracking 90. Well, 89 points. That's got to be our lowest score in the year.
I mean, has she dropped below 100 in any game so far, bar this one?
Well, I don't know, but I had a good week anyway.
Now. I know Shauna beat her.
Yeah.
And last week.
But you put up good points, Richie.
I did. Well, Patrick Mahomes put up good points.
Paddy Mahomes and Corey Davis. Corey Davis was a nice little pick up and play last week.
Yeah, that worked out real well. Other than that, it was all middle of the road stuff. It wasn't too bad.
I was looking at Aguilar last week, and then he was gone, and I was like, oh, fuck. And he got you no points. He's a big old dud. Posted big old dud, yeah.
And speaking of high-scoring players, obviously your boy Dalvin Cook, after his 2-week rest, making up for lost time.
Oh, god damn.
Yeah, I've been talking about 50 burgers over the past few weeks, jokingly. And then he just goes and drops one. And to say it was half my points would be a lie. It was just shy of half my points. Jimmy Garoppolo, I thought, was a surefire hit against the Seahawks, minus 0.74. Like, nobody did really well. You know, we've got 8.6, 3.4, 3.2. Robinson got a 16.2. Williams, 14.2, all right. 51.1 points from Dalvin Cook. It was ridiculous.
he could have scored more as well, because
it just looked so easy. Did anybody even tackle him in the whole game?
Oh, I was watching that whole game, Del, and he rarely got tackled.
I honestly was struggling to think of a time where I thought, oh shit, because I was worried. You know, if he gets pulled on the leg, that the groin was sore, can put the groin out again.
There was nobody touching him.
Nobody fucking touched him. He just did what he wanted.
It was horrible to see, horrible to watch. Obviously, going up against my team, the Packers, are just a funnel for anybody who wants to run the ball.
Oh, too many lanes. Like, the only problem Dalvin Cook had was, which lane will I take to the end zone?
Yeah, like if he broke through the line of scrimmage, he was gone.
Yeah,
that's all. Yeah, if he broke a couple of tackles, he was gone.
That 50 yards, though, that 50-yarder where he broke away, I was fully expecting. I was like, don't run 50 yards, you son of a bitch. Just go down, take 20. Just don't blow your hamstring out. Just don't. And he kept going. And he didn't even look like he was sprinting. He just looked like he was, I'm carrying an injury, moving along. He's been phenomenal this year, but that was just, it was definitely the best game he's ever had in his career.
Had to have been 4 touchdowns.
163 yards and 30 carries, 63 yards through the air.
4 touchdowns.
4 fucking touchdowns. Phenomenal.
Connor has been having a sneaky good season.
Like I said, I called it way back when. I had Connor as the dark horse for that division, and obviously I'm happy that he gave me a clean loss, or else I would have been really pissed off, because I was tilting big time on Sunday. Who to put in the flex? I went with AJ Green. He scored 2 points. Everybody else on my bench scored like 15 plus points. So I was just
I'm
happy
looking
enough.
at your bench here. Oh my God.
I like no matter what I would have played, I wouldn't have won anyway. So that made me feel a little bit better. But
Yeah,
it's those times here in Crahard, so it is.
man.
There are times here.
If I had to know about that IR spot, I would have had Damien Harris in there to start. He's a good pickup for you. I really had big hopes from at the start of the season, and 18 points. You know, he's got to be.
I have too many choices of run back now. That's the problem. But might be some business done before the weekend.
I think you're gonna have to.
And then obviously Barry was very lucky. He was the third lowest scorer on the week, but yet he managed to pick up the win against Rob, who after his couple of weeks of winning has kind of gone back to where he was the first couple of weeks of the season, just kind of labouring through matches.
Streaming Carson Wentz against Dallas, you got to think that's a guaranteed 20 to 30 points. You got to think that. Like, it's the same with Jimmy Garoppolo. I thought, even if Garoppolo plays bad, he's still going to hit 15 to 20 points. You know, but it went really bad from.
Yeah, that cost him that matchup. Like, if he had just had a normal game, 20 points is all that was in it. 26 points is a pretty average game for a quarterback. So
yeah, I just love that. Rob, his highest score again was his kicker. He should have never mentioned kickers.
Actually, 16.2.
Yeah.
That's what Allen Robinson did for me last week. You know, 16.2 points. So his kicker's basically getting him 100 yards and a touchdown.
Yeah.
A week. So Wayne Gallman's looking a bit more real for him, but Le'Veon Bell got 6 carries. He is taking some carries away from CEH, but didn't do a whole pile with them. 31 yards. Oh, it's 7 yards and 6 carries, and then 3 receptions for 31 yards.
Not bad.
Yeah, it's not bad, but 3.8 points. I don't know. It's a bit
not great.
No.
Yeah, well, sure, we'll wrap it up with obviously Shauna picking up the win against Michael. Good week for the Irish division, 4-2, and then John picking up the win against Mark, which was definitely the highest scored matchup of the week anyway. So we'll unless there's anything else you want to talk about, we'll
just one thing. Barry got a win and he started Baker Mayfield.
Yeah. Oh, that's just
so that's.
Crazy.
He hasn't even got a fucking touchdown. Oh. So that was last week's crazy games. A lot of bye weeks finished up now. A lot of the main players are sorted through the bye weeks.
Oh, we're just gonna have a quick look here at the waiver wire. I don't think we need to delve into too much. Obviously, you picked up Jordan Wilkins.
I don't think there's much on there at all.
Yeah, you picked up Jordan Wilkins. He had 4 claims in for him.
Yeah,
he could be in line for a night's bit of work, which Taylor carrying injury.
Yeah, it's said that the Taylor had an injury, but it's like it seems to be just like a niggling ankle injury that's not going away. So it looks like they've pivoted to sort of sharing the backfield with Wilkins. He looks all right. Bit of an injury this week, so he'll be on the bench. But it was actually nice. It was nice to finally put a waiver claim in for a running back who has a chance to do something and actually get him, because I've tried for fucking everybody. Every one of them. I was like, I got to get some solid running backs in. But so him I'm happy with. Really, really happy with that one. Also picked up a couple of defenses because Brian's run a bye this week. I picked up the Cardinals defense because I fancied them this week more so than the Dolphins, but I also picked up the Dolphins because I got to put Williams in the IR. So
why not? Why not carry 3 defenses if you can?
Well, no, I have 2. I got rid of the Browns, didn't I?
Oh yeah, sorry.
I fucking should have got rid of them. I hope that's what I planned.
You did.
Yeah, so I have 2. So this week I'm gonna go with the Cardinals, and then probably matchups after that. The Dolphins look like they got better matchups for the next 3 or 4 weeks. So I said I'd do my defensive business now and have that sort of out of the way.
Yeah, John is picking up Matt Stafford, but then him literally going on the COVID list like a day later. Just he might play on Sunday, but it's not clear yet because it's like 6 days if you're a close contact. So when you have to be like 5 or 6 days in self quarantine before you can be cleared or something like that.
I picked up Cam Akers as well because John dropped him. I was talking to John yesterday, and I just said, I picked up Cam Akers, and he said, "Yeah, I think I accidentally dropped him when I was going to bed." I woke up He woke up yesterday and looked at him and went, "How did he pick up Cam Akers if he's on my bench?" I think he accidentally dropped him, but he's not doing a whole pile anyway. I just picked him up because he was there and I had space.
Yeah.
But other than that, and I can see Barry's dropped Baker Mayfield after he got you to win, Barry. After he got you to win. Oh.
He's riding the Kyler Arian, I don't think. He's losing too much sleep over dropping Baker Mayfield now, but
I was being excessively sarcastic.
Oh yeah, no, but all right. For this week's previews, I think it's a good time. It's week 8, so we're just gonna have a quick look at playoff implications in each division. Obviously, very tight now in the minute in Canada with 4 teams on 5 and 3. Whew, that's spicy. And then Michael on 4 and 4. You gotta imagine Rob's kind of out of contention at this time. He needs to beat Michael this week and then hope that Connor but actually no, he if he wins he'll make some sort of ground back because Connor's playing Connors and then John's facing Connor, so one of those 2 teams are both going to lose. So Rob needs to win this week if he wants to have any chance.
Can't believe we combined so well last week to do Connor such a favour. If I'd known, I might have considered throwing it.
And then obviously in the Irish division, it's still very tight as well. Although if you beat me this week, Richie, then that's putting the games between myself and yourself. And if Mark doesn't win as well, there's a bit of breathing room with 3 or 4 weeks left. He'll have a 2-game cushion on us, and then obviously he'll have to concentrate on catching Dell, who's 1 game ahead of you. And obviously if I lose this week and Mark loses this week, then it's pretty much a 4-horse race, 3 in the 4. One of those teams will miss out. Because me and Mark will be like 3 games off or something like that.
And the last couple of weeks have really changed everything up in the Canadian division. Like beating Michael last week and 2 weeks ago, and then beating Johners last week has dropped Michael down. It's brought Connor right back into it.
Big matchup between those 2 this week.
I can't believe it's so tight. 4 teams on 5 and 3. John's sneaking up there. He performed good surgery to his team. At one point,
he's on a 3-game winning streak, John. So he is. He's doing very well. So
that scary Terry trade was obviously the turning point in his season. You're welcome. I pawned Devin Singletary off onto Richie.
He did me well. I'm not complaining.
He fucking did. I think he scored as many points for you last week as he did the whole time he was on my roster for me.
I think if Barry wins this week, he's pretty much guaranteed a playoff spot.
Seth wins. Gonna put
you'd have to be.
And then, this week here, it's not really so much about securing places. It's more about he's getting eliminated from contention. I think this week is.
Yeah, I can't imagine Rob and Mark are able to take much more before they're just out. Yeah.
Another lot. Well, same as me as well. I need to beat you this week, Richie. So.
Yeah, I need you to beat this week as well.
Everybody needs to win, but we'll use that as a nice little segue to start into week 9 matchups, and I suppose we might as well start with myself and yourself, Richie. Seeing as that's
where it's at.
It again.
Yeah. I'm not confident. I will be more confident once they finally take CMC off.
I'm 100% expecting him to be playing on Sunday.
I hope he absolutely goes ham on the Chiefs. Chiefs defense are not going to be playing this week, and I'm hoping that he is.
McCaffrey, CMC will definitely play this week, which I'm very mad about. I'm nearly the first team who has to play him again after 6 or 7 weeks off.
They might, seeing as Davis is so good, they might just ease him back in. They might not give him a full workload.
But that's my only hope anyway.
So, I doubt it.
You think they're just going to throw him back in and say, back to your 100% workload? I mean, he's the most valuable asset. If I was there and I was looking at Miles Davis doing so well, I'll be going, we're going to ease you back in, Christian. We give you, a few first 10 carries.
That's how they treated him last year. They were like, we're just going to give you the ball and you're going to run every play.
Yeah, and until he got injured this year, they didn't know they had anybody, but now they know they do. So now they know they can take him out for a play and put Davis in. So I don't think it's going to affect his fantasy value. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that this game, it might be that they bring him in the OB2 role just to see how he's taking the hits, to see how his ankle holds up.
That's the realist. That is what you did when you last year. He would have been averaging 25-30 touches a game. I think for his first game back after 6-7 weeks, he might have 15 touches, 15 to 20 touches. I would guess that's what they should do. Whether to do that or not, that's another thing. But it all goes on game script. If he's having a great game, you're not going to take him out. But
that's true.
So, but otherwise, that's my path to victory. I just need Patty Mahomes and CMC to quietish days. No more 50 bombs from Patty Mahomes. That's what I need.
It's so weird because the week before he got 14 because they were beating them by so many points that it was just like, nah.
The thing that might go in my favor is Carolina are just as bad as Green Bay at stopping the run. So I'm kind of hoping it's just going to be a game strip where it's just loads of Lev Bell, loads of Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Patty Mahomes maybe throws 2 touchdowns. Maybe I'll be happy. I'll be happy if he just throws 2.
That shouldn't be a thing. If he only throws 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, well, that's what I mean. That's his floor is 2 touchdowns, 250, 300 yards. His ceiling is fucking 5 touchdowns, 400 yards or whatever he scored last week.
Yeah, most people's ceilings house high. His is fucking apartment block high. You've got Chase Edmonds against Miami. That's one of your better matchups.
Yeah, to be honest, I thought Chase Edmonds has been the best running back in Arizona this year, but they were just constantly giving fucking Kenyon Drake 20 carries a game, and he was getting fuck all with it, 3-4 yards a carry.
Yeah,
hoping now with Kenyon Drake injured that he can actually shine this week and give me one real good week before Kenyon Drake supposedly comes back from injury next week already. I like my team this week again, but I've said that every week and I've fucking lost, so it doesn't really mean much. Stephon Diggs against the Seahawks, Tyler Lockett against the Bills, Philip Lindsay against the Falcons. I like all those matchups. Aaron Rodgers is pretty much going to have to do it all tonight himself because there's no fucking running backs.
I'm tilted on playing.
That's true.
I'm tilted on playing Tanyan again in the flex.
Oof, that'd be spicy. It'd be very spicy.
There's nothing else there in Green Bay. But at the same time, San Francisco are really good against tight ends. I don't know.
That's something to decide before tonight. I don't know.
Jared Cook against Tampa Bay. It might be the only way to get touchdowns is throwing some slants to the big guy. Tampa Bay have a pretty good defense, but what are they conceding against? It looks like a decent matchup here.
See, Jared Cook has a higher floor but a lower ceiling. Whereas Robert Tonyan, he might get 0.3, he might get 25. Who fucking knows?
Yeah, especially if Michael Thomas is out again, because there's a lot of whispers that he's been an absolute diva behind the scenes, and the Saints are just pulling him out of games on purpose because he's been a dick. So I don't know.
Yeah, he did. He had that fight in the training grounds, told to go fuck himself. And usually, if you're the one getting told to fuck off, you're the one that's in the wrong. So maybe he just wants out, and he's thinking the best way to get out is to piss everybody off just as much as I can, and
that's how you get yourself traded in the 2020. You just start throwing a hissy fit.
Yeah,
And being an awkward bastard. But
your running backs, Richie. To say I'm not impressed with your running back situation, Adrian Peterson. Swift,
he's not playing.
All right, Swift seems to be
warming that spot up for a CMC coming off IR.
Well, it's true. Singletary doesn't have much red zone value because Allen keeps taking him off him, and Zach Moss has arrived. I wasn't sure he was real until last week, but he does appear to be very real. So I can't see Devin Singletary getting 12 points against the Seahawks this week because he's going to be throwing the ball at Beasley.
After Stephon Diggs. But we talked about this enough. Let's call the game here. We'll be fucking chatting about this game for another 20 minutes. But obviously, I have to pick myself. I need to win. I need to back myself. I need to get the team confidence. So, going with me, Richie.
Yeah, I think you're going to get it. Like, you're 70% chance it's going to get it.
Oh, look at this feigning. I'm going to lose this week, and then thinking to himself, really, CMC, Paddy Mahomes.
It's 78%, 22% because you got Adrian fucking Peterson in there instead of CMC.
Yeah,
you're not pulling the wool over anybody's eyes.
CMC is supposed to get 15. There's not going to be that much of a difference in the prediction off that one.
Yeah, no.
Honestly, like I think I'm going to have two people who are going to score numbers. Everything else is unpredictable.
No, that's fair. I was only taking the piss, right? Well, what do you think?
Yeah, no, I'm going for you, Morty. I need you to win. I'm going with my heart this one. I need you to beat them and just get me a bit of space, a bit of room. Plus, I think you've got a lot of really good matchups. Rodgers against San Francisco, Edmonds against Miami, Diggs against the Seahawks. Your kicker's got a good matchup as well, which is always very important, especially if you're Rob. And Lindsay just looks unbelievable.
Mm-hmm.
He looks really, really good. He looks better, if anything, than Melvin Gordon. So yeah, I'm going for you this week. Sorry, Richie.
No.
There's the kiss of death right there. And so do you want to move on to yours next, Al, or?
Yeah, I don't mind. Yeah.
Seeing as you're here. Obviously, there's a lot of like a little hyphen should be made with this thing. If little update for you. I don't know if you've seen this yet, but Mark has taken the Ayuk out of the team. I don't think you can expect that free pass that you were on about earlier on. He hasn't picked up anybody yet.
Which one of you told us?
He has taken out of the team.
I know one of you fucked me out. Which one of you? Which one was it? No, at least he's paying attention to it, and he's not gonna end up with so yeah, I don't know who he's gonna pick up, but I don't think it really matters this week. I'm not gonna lie. I have Deshaun Watson back. I have Antonio Gibson back. I have Nuke Hopkins back. Matchups wise, Watson. What?
Dalvin Cook on a wild streak.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Like Deshaun Watson against Jacksonville. Cook against Detroit.
I'm just looking at it here. It's fucking all greens except for like
Hopkins
one
against Miami. Robson against Tennessee. Mark Andrews has been doing fuck all for me, and they're playing the Colts. So I'm not holding out 10 points for Mark Andrews. I really don't think that's going to happen. But Beasley against the Seahawks, like the only one is Andrews that's not green.
Yeah, you say that. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah, Matt Breida has got a bit of a hamstring problem, so it seems like he's number one running back because they have nobody else. But Jordan Howard might just have to fucking step up. Alexander Madison starting directly across from Dalvin Cook.
Yeah, that's not great.
No.
Mari Cooper with fucking Danucci there.
They're not playing Danucci this week.
I don't know.
No, I think they're moving on to some other guy.
Yeah. All right. don't think it's going to make
He
that
went
much
there.
difference against fucking Pittsburgh anyway. He's going to get lit the fuck up. Anyway.
That might be why they're not playing Danucci. That might be just like, fuck it, we'll keep him safe until next week when we might have a chance. But
Give it a human sacrifice.
yes, we'll offer up our fourth string quarterback. But yeah, Will Lutz. The last time we played, Will Lutz kicked the win and fucking he had 16 points or something. I don't think it's going to be that way this time. I confidently got me, unless a bunch of fucking injuries happen. But that's just fate.
Yeah, sure. Like you couldn't have caught Mark at a better week. Like look at his bench. Eyes and COVID. It's just disgusting to look at.
Burrow, I don't think there's much difference between Burrow and Brady, but not having like Henderson and Mixon on a good day. Fucking hell. Cooper Kupp as well. Ayuk's been playing really well. I shouldn't have dropped Ayuk. Don't know what I was doing. So yeah, there's not a whole pile on my bench that I can do. Like Jerry, even if I have to put Jerry Jeudy in, he's playing against Atlanta, and Drew Lock's playing well now. So if I have to, if Cole Beasley wasn't playing Seattle, I'll probably start Jerry Jeudy this week. So yeah, I've got me all the way. Not arrested players.
Yeah, I think this is an easy call for me anyway. He needs just a miracle this week. He needs everybody to show up. Fuck, he needs something to happen to Dalvin Cook. Madison gets the load there.
I don't like you putting that out either.
Stating facts. But yeah, it's hard to look. It's 100 Dell. Yeah.
Deshaun Watson's been getting sneaky good the last few weeks.
Yeah, ever since Bill O'Brien was fucking kicked at the door. No
he's getting rid of the ball. He's getting rid of the ball so much quicker. He's throwing it a lot more, and yeah, I'm delighted. Early on in the season, I was doubting him. I dropped him 1 week for Gardner Minshew, and because he wasn't doing well. But I think he's going to have a fantastic week this week, like most of the players. It could be my highest scoring week of the season. Hot take. So
yeah, I think this is definitely going to be the biggest blowout of the week anyway, unless something crazy happens. So obviously, I think the three of us are in lockstep here.
Yeah.
Another unanimous picks here for the boys. So I've got Hannah against Connors next.
Predictions for this one. Did you check out the percentage?
Yeah, 51-49.
126.48 to both of them. That's what it is in mine at the minute.
Fuck.
Yeah, same.
Literally 50-50.
No, why it's 51 to 49%.
Yeah, no, that's what threw me off there for a second.
Exact same points.
Yeah, it's just it's strange, but the predictions of them, I've rarely seen predictions be identical. Not that they mean much, but
we've seen that a few times in matchups though, where players on the opposing teams have scored the exact same points. So maybe this is the year we finally get a tie.
Yeah,
some freaky results, maybe. Yeah, this is I think this is exactly as Sleeper's predicting it. It's going to be very white.
Hannah's been on a cold streak for the past while, and I'm just looking here for Johners.
Yeah, the little rookie magic start for these two is kind of worn off a bit.
Yeah, they've both lost the last 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So either one of them is about to end the cold streak.
Yeah, like Connor's team has been like sneaky getting banged up week in, week out. He lost George Kittle last week, which is a big blow.
That's a big one.
Alvin Kamara is dealing with a stubbed toe.
Good for a running back.
No, stubbed toe tends to keep them out. So it could be good for me. I might even have another option of Vladdy Murray this week. So, but yeah, that's going to be.
That's a Sunday night game, though, so you'd have to make a call like early Sunday.
I'm not playing Vladdy Murray over either of the two with the matchups that they have. So it doesn't really matter this week. But it does matter for this game. Like Derrick Henry going directly up against Kamara would have been really nice. But if Kamara's out, who does she put in?
I think Kamara plays, but he might just be limited. He'll not be his usual fucking super Kamara self.
Yeah, and there is no spare running back there.
No. There's no one to put in. I think Adam Thielen could have a sneaky good week. Derrick Henry could have a good week. But I think it might be contingent on Kamara playing. If Kamara plays and is fit, then it's going to be close. If not, I would be going for Hannah on this one.
Yeah, it's a very tough to call when you go down through it. Like, they're fairly evenly matched at each position.
And there's a few question marks, like on Jonathan Taylor. There's one on Ridley. There's one on Jamison Crowder. One on Kamara. So there's still ifs and buts in this. So it's going to be hard to.
Yeah, but I don't think Sam Darnold might be playing for New York this week. So anytime he hasn't played, hasn't been great for Crowder. Yeah, it's a fun to call. I think this could be lowish scoring because I expect definitely circumstances here where a lot of players mightn't score more than 4 or 5 points, like Jonathan Taylor against Baltimore, Kamara against Tampa Bay if he's banged up, Harry Slayton against Washington. I will go with who will I go with? Danny, do you know who you're picking?
I think Johnners.
You're going Johnners?
I'm going Hannah.
I think it'll pivot on Alvin Kamara playing, but if he does, I think Johnners.
Yeah, I think Josh Allen's been very quiet the last week or two. This could be his game where he just bounces back and looks like he did the first couple of weeks of the season.
In his defense, he has Nick Chubb on IR and George Kittle on his bench. So that's a lot of points every week.
It's 2 San Francisco tight ends, both on IR, both on his bench.
Yeah, Reed might be worth dropping.
Yeah. Who am I going to go with here? I'll go with Hannah just because it's more upside. Tyreek Hill, Calvin Ridley over Thielen and Crowder, I think, if Ridley plays. Derrick Henry, it's just Derrick Henry. So yeah, I'll go with Hannah. Just close one. Yeah.
So who are we up next?
John and Connor, which is another sneaky good matchup now. So it has another big implications.
That would be right one, actually.
5-3.
Justin Herbert's been a it's been a very good find for John.
He's made up for Ezekiel Elliott. Zeke's been real bad, but my God, Herbert's just seems like he's got everything to be top quarterback.
Yeah,
for a long time.
He's looked unreal. He gets to play the Raiders this week, so it could be another one of those thumbs away kind of games where he's just fucking slinging it 50, 60 yards down the field for.
When he starts running with the ball, when he decides to make a QB run, he looks like a tight end running with the ball.
Yeah, he's a big lad.
So bulky, you know what I mean? So when he starts running with the ball, it's very difficult to fucking stop him. It brings so much more that you have to plan for in a defense. And then he can just open it up and throw 70 yards on a dime. Yeah, he's just big quality.
Yeah, he's not afraid to take a shot.
Yeah. Confidence. Full of it. James Conner's been very good from it. I tried to trade for James Conner when I was trying to get Devin Singletary.
Oh, yeah.
And I was trying to get Conner, and I needed a running back, and John knew it, and he held out. And I came back a day later with my tail between my legs, going, "Fine, I'll take him because I need someone who's actually going to get touches." But yeah, he kept him, and he's been solid. His injury, which is one of those kind of injuries that could keep you out fairly regularly, can come back to haunt you. Even last week, he made a play and he was been taken off and he was limping pretty badly, and I thought, Jesus, that looks pretty bad. Nobody was even worried. They were like, "Oh, he's only half injured. It's okay. His leg's still connected to his to his hip. It's fine. He can still play." And then he just went down and continued to do what he did. So he can play broken. Zeke, yeah, my God, what do you do with Zeke? Has Zeke even got any trade value? If he's trading Zeke now, he's going to be trading him low.
I don't think he would trade Zeke just because of Zeke. But in
Yeah.
Pittsburgh. He's playing Pittsburgh this week, which is as
And
tough
again,
as
he's
matchup as there is in the league.
Yeah. It's like Zeke versus Pittsburgh, bad. James Conner versus Dallas, good.
Yeah. Scary Terry against the Giants is good. Mike Evans. Look, Mike Evans is a good matchup against New Orleans, but who knows? You know.
Yeah, Chris Godwin should be back for that game. Antonio Brown's going to be making his debut.
Yeah, Mike Evans is now, I reckon, down to big touchdown play.
He might even, yeah. And then obviously, Brady and Gronk is back. Their connection back there as well. So
Second highest in history, isn't it? Or is it the
yeah,
highest?
some stat like that going around.
I think it's the
the
Colts.
weekend.
Two guys from the Colts, I think, have the.
Yeah, Peyton Manning and Marvin Harrison, I think.
Yeah, those two guys. They still have a bit to go for that, but that's just incredible. And you drop Gronk,
And then he got good.
and then he got good.
Might still get you a jersey though, Richie. So it might all work out well for you in the end. Just looking at Connor's team. Yeah, it's not bad considering he pretty much considering he was non-existent for like the first 2 or 3 weeks of the season. That's not bad. But we'll have a look at Connor's team here. We'll talk about John's team the whole time. I don't like Drew Brees against Tampa Bay.
No.
And Drew Brees might not play. He's injured.
Michael Thomas.
Quarterback.
Michael Thomas going to play as well. There's a lot of question marks, obviously.
Yeah.
Team.
I think he needs to stream a quarterback. So I think that will change by Sunday.
Yeah, I think he really wants that Brees Michael Thomas stack, but it just hasn't aligned yet for him. That could be pretty lethal if that once they finally get on the field and are both healthy.
Assuming they're getting on, assuming Drew Brees doesn't fucking hate his guts by that time and think, fuck you, wide open Michael Thomas, I'm throwing it into the stands and we're going to fucking punt it rather than give you the ball.
Throw it to your boy Manny Sanders instead.
Oh, yeah, nicely. Todd Gurley scores a lot of touchdowns.
Yeah.
And I don't think it matters who he's playing. If he's on the goal line, he's solid enough to punch through.
If they get to the 5-yard line more often than not, he'll score from that position and with 4 carries. But
Robinson could be probably one of the best pickups of the season off the waiver wire.
Jim Rob.
Will Fuller's doing well. He's kind of the long ball option for hot-handed Deshaun Watson. Against Jacksonville, Will Fuller 14 points. I think he could do 20. I reckon there could be a couple of touchdowns in it for him. Gronk against New Orleans. He seems fit. He seems healthy. He seems hungry, and looks like he's really enjoying the playing. And he's got the confidence of Brady. Questionable Michael Thomas. Brees and Thomas probably both need to come out of there. So it's going to be hard to call this one when you know there's going to definitely be 2 changes that need to be made.
Yeah, I'm leaning towards John just because of just so many question marks whether Brees. I think Brees will play, but I'm not so sure about Thomas. And who's he going to put in there? He hasn't got great options this week. Let's just stick in there. He probably put James White in there, I guess. But yeah, I'm leaning towards John this week.
Yeah, if Thomas doesn't play, Brees is in there against Tampa Bay. Like he's going to run the ball more often and throw it. So I think I think he needs to make 2 changes there. And because of that, like you, I'm going for John as well. He's like the fucking Lazarus man. Lazarus John.
Yeah, I think John's going to get it this week, especially with, as you said, question marks on Connor's team. I'm going to give it to John.
And it was a question mark on Zeke. He's got a bit of a hamstring. It's not too bad. But even if this week, if he had to pull Zeke out against Pittsburgh, I don't think he's losing a whole pile if he's taking Zeke out.
Probably not, no.
So I think that 14 points for Zeke is a little bit extortionate.
Yeah, it's very touchdown dependent on if you get the 14 points this week, I would guess.
Yeah, and I mean he's fumbled 4 times already this season. It's more he did in his entire career.
Yeah,
So
it's just been a fucking shiter of a year for Dallas all around. Right here, let's jump into the last matchup. We've got number 1 and 2 going up against. Second, do we have another one? I missed
Michael.
Oh yeah, I missed Michael and Rob there. Yeah, well, sure, we'll go into Barry and we'll go to Barry and Shauna next. Shauna's been fucking a bit like yourself, Del. Pull the fucking win out of her ass last week. Out of nowhere.
Witch powers.
Witch powers, big time. I
Around
don't know how she's getting wins with this team. Like,
yeah, Aaron Jones and Russell Wilson combined.
Aaron Jones hasn't even played the last couple of weeks. Aaron Jones, and she's still picking up wins. So
yeah,
finding the way.
Keenan Allen has been very good all season, and Mike Williams is sneakily good the last couple of weeks. So even having
Burton too,
even having both of them on the same team, like, you're playing those two wide receivers.
She fucking loves it. She loves stacking players on the same team.
It's still working out instead of one getting.
Like it's working out for her.
Yeah. So I would never even have considered that. Like I was going to pick up Mooney last week, and if Robinson was concussed and then he wasn't, and I thought, fuck, Mooney did pretty well too. But that's confirmation there that it can be done. So it's risky, but it's paid off for Burton, like you say. Yeah, wow, he's been a revelation.
Yeah, to be honest, I don't think Aaron Jones will play tonight, and if he does, his talk he's going to be very limited. So I think he will come out of that lineup before tonight. When you look at what's on our bench, it's not looking great. Carlos Hyde's out. Questionable. I don't think any Drake will play this week. It's down to Travis Homer, who's like second or third choice in Seattle. That's not great.
No.
Naeem Hines, I just don't see him repeating last week's heroics of 2 touchdowns and whatever he got.
Not against Baltimore, anyway.
Not against Baltimore. She needs Russ to cook. She needs a touchdown from Keenan Allen, Mike Williams, because Barry's team's looking good. If Kyler Murray, he's showing if he can't get it done through the air, he'll just get it done on the ground. So he's got such a safety net each week in, week out.
Christian Kirk looks really good. I mean, he looks really, really good. Anytime he's gone downfield to him, like he's obviously with Nuke getting over 100, he's averaging over 100 yards a game. He's clearly throwing to him way more often. But when Kirk gets these chances downfield, he's been nailing them. So he's got good options, fantastic options in the throwing game. Edmonds has been playing real well, and if none of that happens, then you've got basically a top 5 running back in your quarterback. So he's got a red matchup against Miami. I don't think it really matters.
No, not really.
No, like I said, if he can't get it done in the air against them, he'll just get it done on the ground. So I don't think worry. DK Metcalf. It's just a matter of which Seattle wide receiver is going to blow up this week. DK Metcalf last week, Lockett the week before. Who will it be this week? It's never spread out between the two of them. It's always like really lopsided.
If it is Metcalf this week, you've got the dynamic of Wilson throwing to Metcalf for touchdowns, and that hurts Shauna. That definitely hurts Shauna.
Yeah, definitely.
In fact, DK Metcalf's had an unbelievable season so far. I think 17, 16, 14, 12, 23, 2, and then 31. I'm sorry, I had a bad game. I'll extra next week.
And in 2 of those games, the other wide receiver had 40-plus point games.
Yeah. I'd expect another big night from Devontae Adams tonight as well, just because
he's Devontae Adams.
Yeah, and there's nobody else in that offense at the minute. That Rodgers trusts anyway.
Yeah, he's going. I reckon by the end of the game tonight, Rodgers is going to need. He's going to need to put his arm in a fucking sling. He's going to be throwing it that much to Devontae Adams. I just don't see how he can possibly run the ball unless you're talking about maybe some sweeps where you get a wide receiver to go in motion and hand it off to a wide receiver to run around the end or something. I just don't see it. I just don't see it happening. I think he's going to fight. Devontae Adams could have a career game. Hot take.
He's already had like 2 different ones this year, so he has.
Yeah, I know.
He's
Not much of a hot take
matched,
to say Devontae Adams going to have a career game.
Yeah, he's
but,
matched like his 15. He's like had 15 catches twice this year or something like that, which were career highs for this season.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure one of the games he had maybe 5 or 6 targets, but his yardage was huge, and he got 2 touchdowns out of it. So even if he's only targeted a few times, it doesn't matter.
I think he only had like maybe 6 or 7 catches last week, but like 3 of them were touchdowns.
That's
crazy.
It's outrageous. It's ridiculous. Melvin Gordon's been kind of hit by the fact that the snowplow is on fire. Just like, once he gets momentum, it's very hard to stop him. He's for a small guy, he's incredibly tough. So yeah, that's going to damage the Dogs, but I don't think it's going to damage them enough. Alan Lazard travelled.
I don't think he'll play tonight, but he'll definitely be back next week, which would be a big boost for Rodgers. Me and Barry had a big back and forth of about 6 or 7 counter trades involving Alan Lazard yesterday, so we did. We couldn't agree to anything in the end, so
I think Barry's got it this week. Largely because Aaron Jones is most likely not going to play, and I like Noah Fant as well. Devontae Adams, Noah Fant, Metcalf. Jesus, he's a good team. Murray. Ugh.
Yeah, I'm leaning with you as well, Del. I think I'm going Barry. I think Shauna's little witchy streak is over.
Yeah, as much as I want to say Barry, then you said witch. I was like, yeah, it's true. Like, what if Russell Wilson blows up, and what if Aaron Jones does play and no one expects him, so they're not ready? And like, but no, I think Connor. I think Barry. I think Barry's going to.
Yeah. All right. Sorry, Michael. Now, last but not least, we got Michael and Rob.
Well, Rob can't do any worse than last week, so let's start on a positive.
Don't challenge him.
Last week was bad for him.
Yeah, very bad.
Interesting CEH Le'Veon Bell dynamic in this game.
Yeah, it's if he does play Le'Veon Bell, if he sticks with him, it's a fucking brave move.
Yeah, like that last game, they were playing in the snow, weren't they?
No, that was the week before. Last week it was against the Jets, where Patty Mahomes just decided he wanted to throw touchdowns and like 400 yards or whatever it was.
Yeah. But it looks at things, it's about 66% CEH, 33% Le'Veon Bell for carries. So against Carolina, they could both do damage. Lamar Jackson. Been a bit strange. It's been a bit of a strange year for Lamar Jackson.
Yeah, he got shut down last week.
Yeah, big style.
Yeah, but I was against Pittsburgh though, so
yeah, it's kind of to be expected.
See, I don't know. Looking at Rob's team, I like his team this week.
I like his team. It's just
like mine.
They're not performing.
He has a good team on paper, but you just can't get it done consistently week in, week out.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got that Jackson Hollywood Brown stack, so that could pay off nicely for him. Obviously, I'd prefer Lamar Jackson to throw some touchdowns to Mark Andrews, who has just fallen off the fucking fantasy map this last while.
That's a tight end position, though.
Yeah,
it's a horror show.
I'm not fucking dropping him because of it. I'd take 2 points off my tight end every week and be happy.
You can't drop Mark Andrews.
No, you can't. But yeah, so you have that, and I think Hollywood Brown's been making noise in relation to the amount of targets he's getting. I think he feels he needs more targets. So is this the week where that stack actually pays off for Rob? I hope so. I think
Yeah,
it's gonna be a good one.
I'm thinking I'm gonna pick Rob this week because I don't like Justin Jackson. Matt Ryan is Matt Ryan. I think again this week. DJ Shark, he's got some fucking absolute jobber thrown on there because I don't think Minchie's actually playing this week. So
No, he's not. No.
Yeah.
It is against the Houston defense that doesn't really like to intercept the ball or stop wide receivers catching balls.
Well, this is a guy, a rookie playing his first ever game. So
guy off the street.
Yeah.
Alex Moran.
Rob gets David Johnson back. He gets. Yeah, I think Rob keeps himself alive. I'll pick Rob because Julio would probably do what Julio does. Henry Ruggs is a splash. It's like a all or nothing play. So if he gets nothing banged, again, DJ Shark, Darren Water will score big points. Darren Water will always score points.
Kareem Hunt on a bye.
Always be solid. The Steelers against Dallas. That could be like one of those weeks where a defense gets like 30 plus points.
He could get a lot of points that week. Or this week.
Gotta change the thing.
I think I'm with you. I think I'm going Rob as well. Like Steelers could do good. Julio will probably do all right, but I don't have faith in anyone else. Whereas Lamar Jackson against the Colts, he'll probably do fairly all right. David Johnson's going to do all right. AJ Brown could do decently. Malcolm Brown could do all right against the Colts.
I think Lev Bell gets a touchdown this week, which will take points off the hit. I'll go with Rob, and I'll make a call that the Steelers is Michael's highest score this week. Steelers defense, but that'll not be enough. I'll go Rob.
Yeah, same.
I think it's going to come down to the stacks. Michael's got Matt Ryan and Julio Jones who fucked them last week, but against Denver could go off. So I think if Matt Ryan has a good week and throws a couple of touchdowns to Julio Jones and Lamar Jackson doesn't throw any touchdowns to Hollywood Brown, then I'm going to go for Michael this week. I'm going to go for Michael this week because I think Matt Ryan and Julio Jones are going to connect a couple of times for touchdowns. And like you said, the Steelers, I don't see them conceding fuck all against Dallas, and the chance of a few pick sixes, it could be a sickeningly good week for the Steelers defense.
I think
Titans against Chicago. Chicago have a lot of weapons now, so yeah, no, I'm gonna go for Michael.
Alrighty then, so that's week 9. I think I started off this fucking whole show by saying it was week 8, but it's actually week 9, so week 9 preview show.
No, wait, hold on. Oh, it is week 9.
Yeah.
Oh, we have to re-record the whole thing again.
Fix it in post.
All right, hold on. Right. I'll roll up. Fuck. Yeah.
I did say, I think last week that I would go back and check standings for our rivalry with the ATD podcast when it comes to picks, but I was too lazy, so I'll do that for next week, maybe. Unless any of you boys want to have any last final points, I think we'll wrap it up with that.
I think that's it. I think we covered it.
Yeah, put it in the books.
Peace out.
So, chat to you all next week.
Later on.